And that's why the claim that displacement is voluntary becomes indefensible the moment you describe the mechanics out loud. Choice requires viable alternatives. It requires somewhere else to live, somewhere else to eat, a way to move without permission. When homes have been destroyed and infrastructure flattened and aid capped at subsistence or below, and movement filtered through a single controlled crossing, what is being described as choice is actually selection under duress. People are not choosing freely between equal options. They're choosing between harm profiles designed by somebody else, by their occupier. The language around this is careful because it has to be, though. Words like encouragement and preference, they're doing a lot of very, very heavy lifting that material conditions simply don't support. The camp's described as a place people may choose to go. Rafah is described as a place people may choose to cross. Aid is described as sufficient by people who do not depend on it themselves. This is how power avoids naming itself, implicating itself. It builds this maze, if you like, and then it says everyone inside it is walking in straight lines of their own free will. Once you accept that kind of framing, you also accept the legal and political consequences that come with that, though. Because whether Israel wants them or not, effective control does not require a flag or a formal annexation. It requires authority over outcomes. When Israel controls the border and the aid and the movement and the conditions of survival, it controls all the outcomes. And that carries obligations, and those obligations don't disappear because the word occupation gets avoided in the official language. They still sit there. They're binding future action. They're narrowing options. They're attaching responsibility upwards to the people who authorise the system. And this is where Trump's Phase 2 language collapses under its own weight too, because Phase 2 is being sold as a step towards stability and peace, while being built as a system that depends on ongoing deprivation now and into the future. A peace phase that cannot tolerate reconstruction materials is not a peace phase. A ceasefire that cannot survive normal commerce is not a ceasefire aimed at recovery. It's a pause that allows a new administrative order to be installed, one that is quieter, less visually shocking perhaps, easier to defend in diplomatic rooms precisely because it just looks procedural.